Hey guys, today we're going to do a video of this 1979 Camaro. It's for sale, so you will see it on eBay. So I'm going to do a cold start right now. So it does rain in California, so today we have a bit of drizzle, but not too bad. So let's do a cold start on this. Okay, so everything's cold. Touch the manifolds down here. It's all cold. Okay. There we have it, guys. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this for a drive out, and then we're going to pull up somewhere and I'll show you around the car. This is in pretty good condition, so I think you'll like it. Okay, so here we go. We're going to go out for a little drive. We'll show you this car, how it runs. It does run pretty good. It's a bit cold. The choke didn't come on fully. Sometimes it does, depends how cold it is. It's not cold today, it's just kind of drizzly. So here we go. It does have a slight exhaust leak from the muffler. Okay, it's not from the manifold or anything like that. So, but it is pretty quiet. You know, when you're driving along, you know, it's a quiet car. I mean, to be honest, it could do with probably some lighter exhaust to make it sound a bit meaner. But you know, I mean, if the next buyer wants to do that, then you know, that'd be great. Changes gear well. This car's had a new, well, a rebuilt transmission. It's got brand new tyres, which we'll show when we pull up. What else have we done? We put a new bezel here. It's had a new gear shifter knob. I put new weather stripping around the car, around the doors, the window wipes, and it still needs a little bit, but you know, really for probably, you know, just a few $100s, it would be pretty near perfect, you know. But it steers straight. There's no shimmy, there's no wandering. Obviously I have to adjust it for the road, but it steers pretty good. Brakes are good, I'll show you in a minute. There's a stop sign coming up. It pulls up straight. The brakes have been redone, not since I've owned it, but the last person has done the brakes. So you know, they do stop pretty good, so I'm going to brake now. To be honest, it probably pulls slightly to the left, but very, very minimal. So I'm just being honest with you guys. Speedometer works well. I believe it's pretty accurate. Gas gauge works. Mileage shows 88,900-ish, which obviously it's gone over. The engine, the guy that I previously bought it off told me that he had work done on the engine. I can't prove that, but that's what he told me. But I do have a receipt for the transmission. I have a receipt for the tyres. I have receipts for the weather stripping. You can tell the weather stripping's been done anyway. So it looks pretty tidy, to be honest. I mean, this car, when we walk around, this car has like zero rust. You know, there's been a California car all its life. It's a blue plate car, so it's always lived in California. So you know, the weather preserves these cars. A lot of these are rusted out or had floors put in or different things. This has had nothing done to it at all. Trunk's good. All the panels are good. Doors shut good. Door gaps are good. I think you'll be impressed. The next buyer should be very happy. There's a little bit of a straightaway coming up. We can take it to, you know, probably about 60-70 miles an hour, so you can see what it's like at that speed. But I've had it on the freeway, and it cruises nice at, like, you know, 75, even 80 miles an hour. It's very relaxing for it. So you know, it would make a good daily driver, to be honest. Doing 70, cruising at 70 now. You can see the speedometer. Runs very, very quiet. Kind of a nice day today. All the orchards are coming out here in California. These are walnuts, so it's quite nice. Pretty quiet roads, to be honest. Turn off down here so we can park up. I have a spot where I like to kind of video the cars, so we'll park up and I'll do a drive-by. You guys can check it out. overheat, this car. It has got idiot lights, but I have a like an infrared thermometer, and I've checked the temperature, and you know, it runs about 160, 165, so you know, it doesn't overheat or anything like that. So I haven't had a problem with it overheating. About a 20-mile loop that we're going to do, so you know, it's a pretty good test for it, really. Runs really quiet. I mean, you know, I've got the window open, but I mean, you know, if I put the window up, I mean, it's super quiet car. I mean, you know, it could do with a bit of exhaust noise, to be honest, but you know, super smooth. That's with the window up, so it's really quiet, but I will open it because it's kind of a little bit of a humidity in the air today because of the rain and the heat. I took all these door panels off when I put the window wipes on, so all the window tracks are all greased. I greased them up so the windows roll up and down nicely. Checked in the bottom of the doors to make sure that there was no debris in the drainage holes, and cleaned all those out. There is zero rust on this car, so you know, it's, you know, last year for years and years. So we're going to pull up down here, and do a quick walk around. We'll do some close-up shots of it. I'll show you any imperfections that I've seen. The paint is pretty good. You know, you could take it to Cars and Coffee and you know, be proud of it, really. I mean, I get thumbs up. You got to remember, this is like a 40-odd-year-old car now, so you know, it's held up pretty good, to be honest. Okay, we're going to pull up here. So the next shot you'll see is me driving by, and then we'll take a walk around. So let's do that. Okay, let's take a look around this ride. So we'll start off at the front here. So we do have a little bit of peeling here. It's not like it's just the paint come off, to be honest. You know, I mean, it didn't adhere very well. This is kind of like a composite, so you know, it's just on that corner, and also on this corner just slightly there's a little bit there. The headlight bezels here, you know, they're not the best. They could do with being replaced, but you can get those easily online. So you could even paint them black if you wanted to. So they're the worst imperfections on the car. So let's take a look around. We'll look around the bottom portion here. That's just a bit of dirt there, but you can see that this is all like super solid. I mean, there is no rust. Looking down here and feeling along here, there is absolutely nothing, no rust. The doors are all good. There's no bubbling in the doors at the bottom here, and a place they go is along here. But you can see, if I open the door, that this is all good down here. There's nothing at all to be concerned about. The doors are good. They're nice and solid. There's no, you know, there's no play in the doors. The door bottoms are all good. The door corners are all good. There's no filler on this car. Looking around this back wheel arch here, I always clean these out when I get a car, and these are super clean. I mean, there is no dirt or rust or anything in this car. Okay, back window's good. The chrome's in good shape. The roof's in good shape. There's no dents or dings in the roof. These lenses at the back here, you know, they have seen better days. But they're easily accessible too. There's a crack in this one here, which needs to be addressed. There's a little bit of like clear coat coming off here. This is the only part on the actual body paint that is anything to be concerned about. And I mean, I wouldn't even be concerned about it. It's not like there's anything going on with it. Same on this side, nice and clean. Wheel arch is nice and strong. No filler, no rust. Door bottoms, very nice. You can rub your hand along and they're like super nice. Let's open this door, take a look inside. The same again with this door. There's no play in the pins, door pins. Again, all this very nice. I've taken these off panels here. There's just one screw, and you can check down inside in here, and it's a good idea to do that when you buy a car, because it shows a lot, and you can tell down inside that it's very nice. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. Interior has been redone at some point. The seats are pretty good. There's no rips in the seats. There's a few cracks in the dash. You know, California cars, especially this year, they all suffer with that kind of stuff. So maybe you could do with a new dash pad if you want to get it in pristine condition. But all the seats are good. I'll pull this one forward so you can check in the back. That's the back. Headliner's new. The dome light is missing. It was when the headliner was done. I didn't have it done. I don't know what happened to the dome light, but the wires are there, so a dome light could be easily put in. You know, I'm not saying this car's perfect. You know, I mean, I'm not asking like a ton of money for this car. It's just a good drive-in on his car. So, you know, I'm not looking for a ton of money. Let's have a look in the trunk here. To access the trunk, we've got the filler cap in the middle, which is nice. I like that. No fighting at the pumps to which side you want to pull up at. Trunk is nice inside. I did move this mat. There was like a little bit of surface rust in here, and I touched it up with Pour 15. But you know, there is no rust. There's no pinholes. This was an AC car, so the compressor was taken out. I will put the compressor in the trunk when the car is sold. There's a few miscellaneous bits and pieces, so it will come with junk in the trunk a little bit. So all the keys work, all the doors lock, trunk shuts well. I just wanted to show you the weather stripping here. As you can see, this is all new weather stripping around here. The doors on both sides. We've had new seatbelt triangles put on for the two like seatbelt guides. The window wipes here, they are all new. They were crusty, so they've been replaced on both sides. I have inner ones. Actually, they weren't too bad, but the inner ones will come with the car if you want to change it at some point. So, let's take a look inside the engine one more time. The hood release, when I bought the car, I couldn't find it because I really don't know much about these cars, but it's underneath here, which is kind of awkward. So there we have the motor. I'll just start it up. It starts easy, warm. Sometimes if it's been standing a week, it takes a couple of cranks to get it going, but if you use it every day, it normally starts like first time. But hot, it starts right away. I'm not going to touch anything, I'm just going to turn the key. Get the steering lock off. The steering lock does work on this car, and the buzzer works. There we go. Fires right up. So there we have the engine running. This car has passed California spot. It's got a current spot certificate for California. So it can be registered in California with no problem. There we have it, guys. I hope you liked the video. So please subscribe if you like it. Maybe put any comments that you like or don't like, and we'll see you